Let's go to Ekiti State. We are staying with developments coming out of there after the release of kidnapped pupils and teachers of Apostolic Faith Montessori Nursery and Primary School. Governor Biodun Oyebanji visited the victims who are receiving treatment at the hospital, and he assured that the perpetrators will be apprehended. We have more in this report.
The victims of the Apostolic School abduction in Ekiti State were released at about 1:30 a.m. on Sunday. Sadly, the driver of the school bus was killed in custody. Following their release, the victims were taken to the Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital for treatment. Governor Biodun Oyebanji visited the victims at the hospital and condoled with the family of the driver and promised to arrest the perpetrators.
Well, this is not the forum to discuss that. We are going to have a security meeting to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Well, I sympathize and I condole with the family of the departed. I've dispatched the deputy governor to go to Imure to go and commiserate with them and to commiserate with KBSC. But one thing I can assure Ekiti people, we go after that.
The governor also assured residents of their safety and thanked President Bola Tinubu and security agencies for their support in rescuing the victims.
Thank you to the President, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, for a swift response to this. His intervention made all the difference. So I'm thankful to him on behalf of Ekiti people. I'm extremely grateful, and I also thank all the security chiefs. All of them put something together. They mobilize men and material to ensure that they will rescue them.
The teachers and pupils were heading to Ekiti when their school bus was ambushed. The abduction came after two traditional rulers were ambushed on their way from a security meeting in Kogi State. Another was also killed in Kwara State. These abductions have raised fresh concerns over the security situation as residents seek improved efforts to stop the trend.
Right. It's a good thing to hear that the children have been released. The pupils were released. Unfortunately, the driver of the school bus was killed, according to reports. There's been divergent reaction to this matter. As much as the majority of Nigerians are happy that they were released, they've been speaking with regards to the statement the governor made, Governor Oyebanji, thanking the president for his efforts towards the release of the pupils. And so they are criticizing and asking questions, what did the president do for these pupils to be released as it is? Because there are reports, even though the police and some other agencies are keeping mum with regards to if ransom was paid, but a particular newspaper is reporting that the parents of these pupils said they paid ransom money to the kidnappers and, gave some other things for their children to be, and the teachers to be released at the end of the day. So the question is, how are we really communicating when issues like this happen? Because Nigerians want to trust those in authority and also work with them as much as possible. But when there are gray areas, we are keeping mum, we are not communicating transparently and openly, it begins to build, some reservation in the minds of people towards the government.
That's right. But at the same time, it's also not advisable to go on a national television or even go to the press to announce whether ransom was paid or not, because this will, further engender this,
as much as you shouldn't go on air to say that, but then you are trying to build trust with the people. That's as right. It is. So is it better to hear from the grapevine to say that, oh, this was what happened? Because this is not the first time we are hearing people say, don't believe everything that you hear from the police and all of that. Actually, this and this was what happened. Ransom was paid. So isn't it better to handle the communication much more better and professionally than what it is now?
But all the same, it's worse off, for us to be having people that are kidnapped in Nigeria. It's been something that has been on and on, and it feels like it's not going to stop, because we can't have we can't have government at all levels where we'll be having people being kidnapped, because the number one duty of government is to ensure
security
the
of lives
protection
and
of
property.
lives and property. Yeah. Now, those who are even supposed to be custodian of gods are also being killed. Being killed like I don't want to compare anything because it's so much of a bad incident to record. So I feel that there is much to be done. The president also lamented the amount of money they are budgeting for security. Of course, security is usually taking the largest chunk of the budget of any nation, especially a nation that is at war like our own country, because we are at war with, these criminals. Some of them, they say they are Nigerians, others, they say they're not Nigerians. But I will say that most of them are Nigerians because without the connivance of the localities, of the people who are citizens of this country, then there will be no way they will do all of this. It's so funny that, we hear about this, we don't gloat about it, that this happens in the north all the time because we wanted it to stop. Now we are having it down south where it is, known to be very, peaceful.
It's across the country, not just
absolutely
down south.
To a very reasonable extent. To the extent that they are now killing, traditional rulers. This is so sad. And I feel no matter what this government does, no matter how much they strive to to set the economy on the right path, if insecurity or the security issues are not, they are not tackled, they are not brought to, to an end, it's going to rubbish whatever it is that they try to achieve. So I feel all of these things are all together. Before we came on air, that was what everyone was discussing in the studio. So, talk about farmers who are not able to go to the farms to harvest their crop, even cultivate. When they finish cultivating to harvest their crop is a problem. They wipe out entire family, and this is very sad. All of these attendant issues are causing ripple effect on the economy. Go to the market today, the following day you're not guaranteed of the of the price you purchase certain commodities a day before. It is very sad. We can't continue to be like this, and everyone seems to be angry. So I feel the government at all levels, not just the president alone, should stand up and get these things done.
Absolutely. Although I was watching an interview we had with the Commissioner of Police, I think in the state, and he was saying that everyone will be involved now with regards to security in Ekiti State. The people will be involved, traditional rulers will be involved. So at various levels, they will ensure that everybody is involved with regards to matters of security, especially for intelligence gathering. We'll have to leave this conversation here and hope for the best in the coming days. So let's quickly bring you the news update. We turn our attention now to the just concluded by-election in 26 states. The Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the Jalingo, Yoro, and Zing House of Representative by-election inconclusive. The returning officer, Professor Daniel Ayuba, says the margin of victory is less than the total number of collected PVCs in the areas where election was cancelled. A rerun would be held in the areas between the candidates with the highest votes and the first runner-up.
The summation, that's the total number of PVC collected where elections were either not held or cancelled, captured and submitted in the various reports on Form EC40G, that is the incidence form, stood at 14759. 14759. Now, from this, the implication is that the margin of lead between the first runner-up, that's the highest candidate with the highest vote, and the second runner-up is less than the total number of PVCs where elections were cancelled.
I want to commend the INEC for a credible election, and also I want to commend the governor of Taraba State, the leader of PDP, because if not for his leadership, PDP should have not lead. Since we are leading, I want to assure you that we will continue to lead.
All right, other results would be broadcast in subsequent bulletins later in the day. But let's bring you this other story that the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetukun, has ordered the reactivation of police smart force database system as part of effort to digitalize the police force. The force PRO Olumuyiwa Adejobi said the reactivation of the database system will ensure all officers have their details captured to ease administrative bottlenecks, create ease in tracking postings, and issue radio frequency identification cards for personnel identification. The Inspector General of Police also ordered immediate commencement of the digitalization process across all commands and formations of the force and charged all officers to enroll for the process.